Hello. Today we're going to paint a tiger on an old wallet. This thing just keeps falling apart, but it's a nice wallet. It just pees leather, so let's paint over it. First, let's try to sand off as much of the pieces as we can, within reason. I don't really mind if it has chunks, we'll just keep painting over it. So I tried to be cool and tape the edges, but it didn't really work. Oh well. It's okay if I make a mess, cause it's really just trash anyway. So I got some fabric paint and mixed it with my acrylic. The fabric paint worked really well. It went on smoothly, but it took like 3 days to dry, which I thought was interesting because acrylic paint takes like 3 seconds, but fabric paint takes 3 days. But it did cover it pretty well. So then let's sketch out the size and shape of the wallet and try to sketch the design. Is a tiger swimming in the ocean? Maybe a little bit of the beach, and the tiger's going around onto both sides of the wallet. This is not going to be easy. Okay, let's take this thingy off. It's still a little sticky, so let's do a layer of just acrylic paint so that that will dry, and then we can get started with the colors. It did crack a lot, but that's okay. This could just be a prototype. And it is a nature scene, so it's okay if it has cracks and pieces. It's natural. So let's sketch out the paper sketch onto the wallet, and we're gonna use acrylic paints. So let's make some orange, and we can block out the colors for the tiger first. I'm trying to finish up this old set of paint before I open each color of the new set. Some are doing better than others. Let's add some more yellow and some more red. It's kind of a light orange, it's almost pink. It's like the tummy color of the tiger. But we can paint over it again if we need to. It was really hard to get his legs and feet the right proportion because he's swimming. So he's like floating, so his arms are like floating. There's no weight on his limbs. So I didn't quite know how to do that. I think his arms got a little long and his legs got a little short. But it's water, so things sometimes look weird underwater. Yeah. Okay. Don't forget his ears. Let's see if we can make it a little bit darker. Put some more red and some more yellow. That's pretty much the same color. And now we have way too much of this paint. So I got this wooden thing and I'm not sure what to do with it. So we can just cover it with this light pinkish orangish. I thought maybe I could paint my logo on it, but it's the wrong pink for that. And I probably need a new logo anyway. So yeah, we'll see what we do with that. Okay, now it's many days later, like 31, so let's paint the water. We can use this almost empty blue and make a light blue. It's okay if it's kind of streaky because it's water, but we do need like a shoreline here where the shore meets the sea. And then just paint around the tiger for now. He needs water on him, but we should do the stripes first. And get it around his tail and in between his feet. And we can add some more blue and make it a little bit bluer towards the front. Okay, now that's dry. We need the sand part, so let's get some browns and yellows and make a sand color. That looks pretty good. And we can paint a sandy beach. Well, it wasn't supposed to be that straight of a line. When I try to make a straight line, it's wobbly, and when I try to make a wobbly line, it's straight. But oh well. We can change it a little with the white. So we'll make some foamy waves right here in the in-between. Little tiny waves, and then some more blue and kind of make it look wavy and wobbly. We can blend some of them. If it's too dark or too straight, just blend it out and try again. This was really interesting to paint something that's like one-sided on the other side. It was weird flipping back and forth. But I do like the surface texture. It was nice to paint on. So let's mix up some more orangey orange and go over the tiger again. Make him a little bit more tiger colored. Now he's nice and orange, and that's all dry. Let's use some markers for the rest. So let's take some browns and dot on some sand. Tiny grains of sand. This was harder than I thought it would be. The marker would like sink into the leather and no paint would come out. They're very interesting markers. But just use a few colors. I did use gold because it's pretty and that marker works pretty well. So we can have some sparkly sand too. And now let's draw some crabs. We can put one here on this side. And one on this side. And one sort of in the middle. And then some starfishes. I meant to draw these like closer to the water, like they were in the water because they need to be in water. So these are going back to the water. They were saying hi to the crabs and now they're going back in the water. And then let's draw a few pink and purple shells. These are like hermit crabs, so they're okay to be on the beach. And let's make some more sand. Now it's time for the tiger stripes, so we can use these tiny black markers. First, let's give our crab some eyes. Let's do some water first. So we can use these white, blue, and light blue markers and make some wavy waves. And kind of blend the waves into the shore and make it look wavy. And some waves around his legs, like he's making waves because he's swimming. And then this light blue marker, it works really well, so we can use this one and make some more waves. And then let's go back to the stripes. So let's start with the parts that we know. So this arm, they would be on like the top, and he needs some around his face and his little eyes and his nose and mouth, a little bit on his ears, and then for his back. And then this leg, they would be on the top and kind of come up to the back stripes. And then this leg, we need to make it look like it's in front of the other leg, so we could put those right there. And then around to his back. And then the tail, they would be on the top part, so we can do those. And then some more on his back. All the way down to his belly. And then he needs his claws on his paws. And a few more stripes. And then the whites of his eyes and some more waves around him with the markers. I was afraid this dark blue marker would be like way darker than the water, but it actually blended right in. I almost needed an even darker one, but I didn't want to mess it up. And then let's use the fabric paint and paint like a border. Well, it's kind of transparent, so let's mix it with the white acrylic. And then we can paint this edge here like it's in a frame. And try not to get the zipper part of the wallet, but it's okay if we get some on it. You can kind of see the seam through the paint, so I thought I could make a nice straight line, but it was harder than I thought because you have to hold it with one hand, so it's not very steady. But it works. I asked someone what I should paint on the wallet, and they said a tiger. So I sketched a tiger in a tree, and they said no in the water. So I think this turned out okay for something I would not have drawn on my own. Now we have an edge around our scene. And then with the fabric paint, because it is kind of transparent, we can kind of smudge and blur some water over the tiger. So it looks like he's swimming in the water. He's kind of cute. He looks happy in the water. Tigers like to swim. Thanks for watching. Have a happy day.